What is going on, everyone? Xenoproductions here. Welcome back to another video. So, I don't know if you like this new background music, but I'm going to be playing some background music throughout this video. Let me know if you like that, if I should keep it or not. But today I'm going to be talking about something pretty different, actually. It's actually nothing any Call of Duty related. It's actually going to be football related, NFL related. Now, what I'm going to be talking about is the NFL playoffs coming up pretty soon here. Today is the New Year's. Happy New Year's, by the way. January 1st, 2015. Today is a Thursday. Saturday is when the playoffs really begin, where we start off with the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals, and then we have the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which I cannot wait for. I am a big Steelers fan, even though my entire family is all Ravens fans. I am just a Steelers fan for no reason. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why I'm a Steelers fan, but my entire family is Ravens fans, and I'm a Steelers fan. I'm the only one in my entire family, which is weird. But yeah, that's why I have to stay up in my room to watch a game, because I have my TV up in my room. I can just watch the game on while everyone else watches the game downstairs. I have my own little, Steeler den up here in my room. But that's besides the point. The Steelers and the Ravens, I'm going to be talking about them today. Why I think the Steelers should be able or should be capable to beat the Ravens. Now, the Steelers do have a very bad history this year playing against underdog teams. The Steelers, all they had to do was beat the Jets and the Buccaneers, and they would have been 13-3, and that would have given them a 1-week bye. That's all it takes, is to beat the Jets, okay, and the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers came back on them within the last couple seconds because the Steelers went 3 and out. They went backwards. They kicked like a 2-yard punt, and then the Buccaneers got the go-ahead touchdown. Now, that really pissed me off because the Steelers could have been the number 2 or number 1 seed. It would have given them more momentum. They could have definitely gotten the number 2 and number 1 seed. Right now, they're the number 3 seed, which is good. It's fine. I don't know how they were capable of being the number 3 seed at a 11-5 record. The Steelers season is so up and down, left and right this year. That's how the entire NFL seemed to be this year. Just so many teams lost that you wouldn't expect, and so many teams won that you wouldn't expect. The Steelers, but biggest of all, have lost so many games that you would never have imagined them to lose. The Steelers are a team this year that you had to go, take some headache medication after watching a simple win, because sometimes they just couldn't beat certain teams. They almost lost to the darn Texans, and that is the game I think that the Steelers turned themselves around. The Steelers got, 3 touchdowns in 73 seconds to kickstart themselves into the halftime. They came out, they eventually held out the win, and I think that's where the Steelers really started gaining momentum. A couple weeks later, they had the Indianapolis Colts coming to the stadium. I expected a 34-7 win with the Colts winning, but then the Steelers scored over 50 points against them. Ben set new records. There were new records in passing for Ben. Then the next week, the Ravens came to Pittsburgh. After the Ravens completely embarrassed the Steelers in week 2, the Steelers actually embarrassed the Ravens with a 43-23 win. Ben set a whole nother set of records that week, and then they lost to the New York Jets. How can you do that after throwing 12 touchdown passes for 2 games? How can you lose to the New York Jets? You think you would have so much momentum, you wouldn't even have to show up and you'd still win. But no, that wasn't the case. All they had to do was win that. They would have become 12-4 at the end of the season, and that would have been a whole different story in the AFC. But instead, they lost that. They traveled to Tennessee and won against the Titans, which I think if they lost against the Titans, all hope would have been lost. The Steelers, by the way, actually were 2-2 at one point this season. After the first 4 weeks, they were 2-2, but they never had a losing record. They never went below 500. They've always been 500 or above, which is good, but the Steelers just look hopeless at certain times this year. Now, I'm not going to talk about right now. I'm going to talk about after Tennessee, they had a bye week. Then they just tried picking up where they left off. And the first big game against the Bengals, I think, was massive. I think if the Steelers lost that game against Cincinnati, Cincinnati would have had like one thing away from winning the division. I think if the Steelers would have missed the playoffs, because they were out of the playoffs at that time of heading into Cincinnati. I think if the Steelers lost to Cincinnati in Cincinnati this year, I think that was a lose and you're out situation. That's why I think that was such a big win when they scored 25 points in the fourth quarter. I think the Steelers really got another kickstart heading back home to face Kansas City. Now, after the Cincinnati game, you automatically knew that it was just mathematically, the fact that if the Steelers won out, then they won the division, which no one would have expected, I mean, the Steelers are such a bad team going through this season, and they finally caught fire during the end, and they beat Kansas City for a playoff berth, the first one in 3 years, which didn't feel like it because, I've been following the Steelers for years and years and years, and it just didn't feel like that they've been out of the playoffs for 3 years, but they have apparently been. Mike Tomlin, though, still a great coach, still going to go down Steelers history, the youngest coach to win a Super Bowl. He's been to 2 Super Bowls already, hoping to get back to a 3rd one this year, trying to go 2-1 in the Super Bowls, trying to get Ben his 3rd Super Bowl ring. Ben's been to 3, hopefully he can get to 4. But the Steelers beat the Chiefs. They got a playoff berth, happy, but what we really wanted them to do was win the division. And so, last Sunday night, the Steelers had the Bengals coming into town on a Sunday night football game. The Steelers came out with the win. Ben had a stomach bug. He didn't even come out for pregame warm-ups, but he finally came out to play the game. Started off with a great punt return from Antonio Brown, by far the greatest in the game right now. He actually got that stat after the game. He is by far the greatest in the game at his position right now. And then we have, of course, Le'Veon Bell, who's definitely the best in his position right now. He's such a valuable asset to the team. But then Le'Veon Bell gets hurt after a great catch and run. Oh no, a hyperextended knee for Le'Veon Bell, right in the right kneecap, a hyperextended knee. We don't know if he's going to play. He said he didn't practice yesterday on New Year's Eve, but he said his knee feels great. He said he should be able to do full sprints by around sometime today and Thursday, so he should be able to be good by Saturday. He'll have a full 2 days to recover now. He should be fine by Saturday, and with the money that these NFL players have, he should be able to get all the treatment he can possibly get. So I'm not too worried about it. If he's still not given the okay by his doctor come Friday, that's when I'm going to start worrying about it. But Le'Veon Bell definitely was a big asset to the team the entire year. I'm actually ordered one of his jerseys after the game in honor of him. I ordered a Le'Veon Bell jersey. I think next I'm going to get an Antonio Brown jersey because that guy, he's a great receiver. But not a Martavis Bryant jersey. I'm not getting that because my man Martavis Bryant almost tackled Antonio Brown on a touchdown run. Antonio Brown caught the ball. He's running down the field. No one in front of him. He's got an easy go-ahead touchdown. Martavis Bryant is to his left, and their feet interlock. Martavis Bryant goes down to the ground. Antonio Brown almost gets tackled by his own teammate on a touchdown run. But then, Martavis Bryant is a great receiver. He got like a 90-something yard touchdown reception against the Bengals the other day. Not in Pittsburgh, but in Cincinnati. He got another reception for a touchdown against Cincinnati on Sunday night. All in all, the Steelers and the Ravens are definitely one of the bloodiest and best rivalries in all of NFL, if not all of sports. I think the Steelers and Ravens, especially in January, on a Saturday night in the playoffs, it just can't get any better than that. The intensity is going to be up. Everything's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see the Steelers try to whoop ass against the Ravens because I have full confidence the Steelers are going to come out with the win. I just don't think the Ravens have enough momentum to be able to carry over into Heinz Field. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. I will see you guys all later. Take care. Have a nice day. Let me know what you think about the Steelers. Are they going to go in there and haul ass, or are the Ravens going to play underdog? Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys all later. Take care. Have a nice day. And goodbye.